Alright, this is how to change a cabin filter on a Porsche Cayenne 2003 to 2010. Similar filter on a VW Touareg of the same vintage, and also a Audi Q7. They're all the same platform. I'm going to try and keep this video short. There's some other longer ones on the web that I don't think need to be that long. First step is to locate a little Torx screw in the middle of the glove box, right up under here. It's a T25, I believe. Torx. And there it is, right up under there. Okay, once you get that Torx screw out, this whole panel underneath just pulls out. There's these two little clips, one on this side, one on the other side. You just pull straight down on the panel, and it will just fall down to the ground. There's some wires that are hooked up for lights and stuff. Just leave those hooked up. There's lots of extra wire. Cabin filter is up in this canister up here, kind of off to the left-hand side. Then there's this little duct here, a little plastic duct. You just pull straight down on that. It pops out. It just clips onto that wiring harness up there. And there's a little air duct over here. It just pushes in. Get that out of the way. And then there's these two little bolts, little tiny bolts here that need to come out. All right, those two little bolts are 7/32, so a little tiny socket, 7/32. Believe it or not, it's not metric. It's not a 5mm. It's too small, and a 6mm is too big. Maybe it's a 5.5mm. That would just be like these guys to make something complicated that nobody has. But 7/32 works fine. You could probably even use a needle nose pliers or a small crescent wrench if you were in a pinch. Once you get those bolts out, this little door just flips down and your cabin filter's underneath. You just got to work it out. That little trap door actually pops right off. It just fits in with a couple little tabs. And your cabin filter comes out. Note which way it comes out. There'll be a darker side if it's charcoal activated on one side. You want to put the new one in the same way if it's not marked in terms of which way the airflow goes. Just note which way it comes out, and then you can put it back in exactly the same way. So it looks like the dark side is kind of toward the front of the vehicle, and then the lighter side is toward the back. Okay, the new filter is marked with the airflow direction, and it is darker on the one side than the other. So the darker side again goes to the front of the vehicle because the airflow is through the filter like this. So through the filter box it flows through to the front of the vehicle, if you want to think of the air flowing that way. So you just want to work your new air filter up. Just slides up like that. Easier to do with two hands. Little trapdoor with the seal up. Little tabs just kind of hook into these little hooks here. That comes up like that. Make sure your dust seal stays in place around the edge, and put in your two bolts. Pop that duct back on. Again, the one clip just kind of pushes up onto that plug, and the other one just kind of pops into that little air duct there. And then replace your bottom tab or your bottom cover with the two clips. Just find the little holes, pop it back up, replace your Torx screw, and you're done.